I didn't do that last. Oh, I'm recording. Okay. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa.
Yes. What's that?
Or as it's been said in the past, here's wishing you and yours a wonderful, glorious Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. We are not the only ones a little overwhelmed with all the options. In fact, a few weeks ago, a woman went to the post office to buy stamps for her Christmas cards. She said to the clerk, "I'd like 50 Christmas stamps, please." The clerk says, "Certainly, ma'am. And what denomination would you like?" The woman says, "Oh my gosh, has it really come to this? Well, then give me 10 Catholics, 10 Methodists, and 30 Buddhists." This month, here at the Center for Spiritual Living Modesto, we're celebrating our outer holidays of various traditions. But more importantly, we are celebrating the inner holiday, which is the birth of the cosmic Christ in all of us. Reverend Chris read last week, but I want to share it again with you today. Ernest Holmes tells us in The Science of Mind, page 357, each partakes of the Christ nature to a degree that the Christ is revealed through him, and to the degree he becomes the Christ. And then Holmes tells us how to do that. We should turn to that living presence within, recognizing it as the one and only power in the universe, unified with it. Declare our words to be the presence, power, and activity of this one. We should speak the words with belief in its power, because the law is the servant of the Spirit. If we could stand aside and let this one perfect life flow through us, we could not help healing people. This month, we are celebrating what it means to live from this place of cosmic consciousness. Today, we're going to look at some earthly symbols of this Christmas season that have cosmic meaning, more so than you ever may initially think. We explore a few of these just a bit on the first Sunday of this month, but we'll look at them again a bit more deeply today. So let's jump right in. The holiday wreath. The first is a holiday wreath. Whether it's a wreath that hangs on your front door, adorns the church's foyer, or serves as an advent wreath on the coffee table. Whether it's made of real tree branches, artificial branches, pine cones, or aluminum, or whether it contains lights, bows, ornaments, candles, or fruit. It maintains one constant quality. What is that quality? It's round. It's a circle. The cosmic meaning of this symbol doesn't take a degree in rocket scientist to figure out, does it? What is the foundation of the Science of Mind symbol? A circle. And students, what does the circle represent? Never ending, never beginning, allness, fullness, eternity, that is God. That which encompasses everything, that which everything is contained, that from which everything is created. I love the definition of God. A circle whose circumference is nowhere and whose center is everywhere. That's what the wreath represents, with one added dimension articulated beautifully by Joan Borowski. Go.
Very simple.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In the ways of the mystic. In holy moments, we are aware that there is only one mind in the universe, a mind present in everything and everyone. We see beyond the illusion of separationness into the intricate web of life in which all things are expressions of a single whole. You can call this web God, the Teo, the Great Spirit, the infinite mystery, Mother or Father, but it can be known only as love. And Holmes, in The Science of Mind, page 298, love is a sole impulse for creation. No one can swing out into the universe without love, for the whole universe is based upon it. So the earthly symbol of a wreath represents the love of God, Great Spirit, infinite mystery, which is the unending, eternal energy from which everything is created and in which everything lives. Our second earthly symbol with a cosmic meaning is the candle. The candle, whether it sits in a menorah, in a canaria, or as part of the table centerpiece, emanates light. It doesn't symbolize light, it is light. And so are you. Light in human form. The wick, which runs through the center of every candle, could be thought as a representing the Spirit within you, the presence of God found at the center of your being. That is the same for each and every candle. Every candle must have a wick or it isn't a candle. The wax of the candle represents our physical form. Candles come in many shapes, color, sizes, heights, as do we. And of course, the illuminated wick, which is the same regardless of the shape, size, or color of the candle, represents the Christ light we all are. I really love this message from Holmes in Light, page 24. Each of us should seek that beam of light within and follow it to the great light. The light that is in everything, we must acquiesce to it and surrender all that has isolated us from it. Only then can God fully pronounce itself through us and in us, and personalize itself as us. So every time you see a candle, let it remind you of the spark of the divinity that is within you. Let it remind you of your oneness with the whole. Let it remind you that each and every one of us is the light of the Christ, the God. Next, the holiday food. Who has been to or hosted a holiday party so far this year? Who plans to attend one or two or three? What's the common element of all these parties? The buffet table, of course. An abundance of great food in great variety. From sweet to salty, from substantial to pure fluff. And that's our third earthly symbol with the cosmic meaning this morning. The holiday food table reminds me of Holmes' statement in The Science of Mind. We must learn to come under the divine government and accept the fact that nature's table is ever filled. Never was there a cosmic famine. God is always God. God's very nature is the nature of plenty, the nature of abundance. And so rather than having the buffet table in front of you represents extra calories and fat, temptation to be avoided, how about if it represents for us the abundance, the absolute abundance and variety in the universe that is always available to use? That is under our noses all the time. All we must do is choose. Now, I'm not advocating diving into a reckless abandonment into a buffet table unless you're prepared to reap the consequences of that. But look at it differently, as a symbol of plenty that is always available. Number 4, the gifts. When you see presents under the tree or Hanukkah bush, or as you are shopping for gifts for friends and family members, here's a cosmic way to look at it. What if every gift you see reminds you to be grateful? What a perfect symbol for gratitude, because what do you say when you receive a gift? Sure, you say thank you. By suggesting using gifts as a symbol of gratitude, I don't mean to suggest that you should expect to be thanked every time you give a gift. In fact, the purest place from which to give a gift is a place of attaching absolutely no strings to it whatsoever, even the strings of expecting a thank you. That is truly giving unconditionally. But I am suggesting that we look afresh at gifts as a symbol of our gratitude. Gratitude for all the blessings in our lives. What if every time you saw a gift, you said a word of thanksgiving for 1, 2, or 3 blessings in your life? That might give this holiday season a new depth. And finally, we come to Santa. Finally, our 5th symbol is the man in the red suit himself, Santa Claus. What spiritual concept could he possibly symbolize for us this morning? Well, let's think about it for a moment. When an innocent child, one who believes in Santa, writes out his Christmas list and mails it off to the North Pole, or when he sits on Santa's knee at the mall, he delivers his request, what is his mindset after that is done? Isn't it one of trust that the requested item will absolutely be delivered on the prescribed morning?
Expectation. Yeah.
What if we use Santa Claus as a symbol of trusting for the universe? To have that innocent faith of a child. Home writes in Prayer and Prosperity, page 57, a belief in the invisible is the very essence of faith. Prayer, or spiritual communion, demands a complete surrender to the invisible. It knows that because the creative power of God is at hand, all things are possible. So, there we have 5 earthly symbols of holiday that can support you in moving into deep cosmic Christ consciousness. And if we just saw each of these elements individually in this new light, we would have a wonderful new perspective on this time of year, wouldn't we? Think of it as a shift in your consciousness. Every time you saw a wreath, you paused to think about the all-encompassing, all-creative, eternal love of God. Every time a candle flickered in your direction, you were reminded of the spark of divinity that you are. And the bounty of holiday buffet tables takes you to the conscious awareness that God's great, ever-flowing good. And every gift you see, purchase, receive, or give reminds you to walk in gratitude. And every time you see a Santa Claus or hear ho ho ho, you remember to trust God just a little bit more. That would be pretty transformation, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But what if we took another step further and saw every one of those elements as a call to prayer? Because just in case you didn't notice it, each of these earthly elements symbolizes a step in our 5-step prayer we call spiritual mind treatment.
Yeah.
What if we use these elements of holiday to remind us to pray without ceasing, as the Master Teacher, Jesus, advised us to do? How about if we put it all together in a treatment right now? Let's do it together in a form of a song. The tune you will know. The words are new. Joy to the world. A musical treatment. So here we go. Let me get the music on. And we can all sing this. You ready?
Should we stand?
Yeah, why not? Okay. Wake up, computer.
No, it is cold.
I know it's cold. And my song's not playing.
Picture's just freezing.
And her song's not
My
playing.
song's not playing. Hold on.
Joy to the world. I like the Santa Claus thing.
What happened to it? Let me see. Why? Dear Reverend Chris. Dear
Although I
Reverend
took Santa
Chris.
Claus away from
Dear
my kids
Reverend
really
Chris,
early.
where is it?
I'm so cold.
I don't know why either. I'll just have to start the heater earlier.
Joy to the world.
One presence, one powerful thing.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I guess we'll have to do it.
It was Patricia?
God lives
That's
in
what I thought, okay.
everything.
Yeah.
God lives
I'm
in
bad on
everything.
Okay, who can hold the tune?
Cancel that thought.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
on.
I'm
It's
here.
up.
Joy to the world.
Yeah, we're all cold, honey.
I'm getting better news.
Yes.
Yeah, Patricia and I tried to turn it up, but
Okay,
it
It's
wouldn't.
supposed to go up. Alright, I'll fix it, you guys, next week. I'm
She has
sorry.
it set on timer.
Okay, who can hold the tune? Reverend Chris is
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Joy
To the world, there's only one presence, one power, one being. Let every heart embrace this truth. God lives in everything. God lives in everything. God lives in everything. Joy to the world, God lives in me. God is all that I am. The glory of God, unlimited love, reveals the Christ in me, reveals the Christ in me, reveals the Christ in me. God is the source of endless good. I see, believe, and achieve. And as I sow, so shall I reap the wonders of God's love, the wonders of God's love, the wonders of God's love. Thanks be to God for all my good, and good for all on earth. For now we live one, united by God's love. I'm grateful for His word. I'm grateful to my word.
I'm grateful, my word is heard.
Joy to the world, I now release these words into the law.
I realize I let go.
I know that is so. Truth has set me free. The truth has set me free. The truth has set me free. The truth has set me free.